Do you want to know who's next in line to take over an estate in a probate case? Well, stick around because you're about to find out. This is Doug Lee with SoCal Probate Real Estate. Today, you're going to find out who's the next person that's next in line in a probate transaction. Before I forget, don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you can continue to get valuable probate content. Now, when an individual passes away without a living trust, then they must go through a process called probate. Okay, all it is, it's just a judicial process that takes about 18 to 24 months, and that helps sort out the personal assets of the decedent and make sure that they pay back all of their back taxes and their creditors. Okay, it's all set up by the government. Okay. The bad thing about probate is that there's a lot of garbage fees. You got to pay the probate attorney, the real estate agent, court costs, legal fees, probate referee. So the best thing to do if you want to avoid probate, the best thing to do is to set up a living trust. You can reach out to your probate attorney or your trust attorney. And here in Los Angeles, those fees typically cost anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 if you are a simple case. Now, in probate, the term next of kin refers to the closest living relatives of the decedent or the deceased person. These individuals typically are the first in line to inherit the assets and the properties of the deceased if there is no valid will or if the will doesn't cover all of the assets. Now, the order of priority for next of kin can vary depending on the laws of the jurisdiction in which the probate takes place. Now, here's a typical order of priority for the next of kin. There's 5, okay? It gets a little longer than this, but these are the 5 main ones that should give you a pretty good idea. The first one is the spouse. The surviving husband or wife of the deceased is usually the first for next of kin. Then after that, it's going to go to the children. If there's no surviving spouse, the children of the deceased are usually the next in line to inherit. If there are no children, then it goes back to the parents. If there's no surviving spouse or children, the decedent's parents may be considered next of kin. Then, if the parents are also gone, then it goes to number 4, the siblings. If the deceased had no spouse, no kids, the parents are gone, then the siblings are the ones that are considered next. And then after that, then it goes to number 5, which is all the other relatives. So more distant relatives like nieces, nephews, or cousins can all be considered for next of kin. Now, the one thing that's really important to note is that the laws regarding probate and inheritance can vary significantly depending on the country and even the state or the province within the country. So obviously, things will differ drastically between the way probate's done here in California versus in New Orleans. In addition, the presence of a valid will can change the distribution of the assets as the decedent's wishes are stated in the will be taken into account during the probate process because the will is typically their last words. Now, if you find yourself in a probate situation or you want to know more about how the next of kin are determined in a specific jurisdiction, it's best to consult with a qualified attorney who specializes in probate and estate law. Or, for other questions, you can also speak with an experienced real estate agent as well. But better to chat with the probate attorneys. Feel free to call me or email me if you have any questions. My number here is 650-279-1212. And again, don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you can continue to get more valuable probate content.